All right, welcome to the fourth installment and hopefully the last part of this four-part, what I hope is four-part, MK3 restoration process. So when I last left you, basically the entire cabinet was complete, control panel, everything is all done. All that was left was to get my custom bezel that I made installed, new power supply installed, and then get the board installed, clean up the inside, get the control panel wired up, and that's about it. So let's talk about this custom bezel I made. Now, a lot of you realize and are under the knowledge or are aware that I had made custom bezels for MK1, 2, Ultimate 3, and 4. But I never got around to making one for actual regular old MK3. So I took my UMK3 bezel file and took out all of the UMK3 characters and moved some of the original MK3 characters left over, moved them around a bit, and created a big space up top that allowed me to put in the combat codes. You can see here that I added not only the combat codes, but I was able to add in the original seizure warning. I got that back in. And the other UMK3 bezel I had did not have the seizure warning label, so I was able to include that. We got the addition of the combat codes installed as well, so I was able to move some of the characters around, and I had to change some of the Shang Tsung morphs and remove the morphs from the UMK3 character, so that had to be replaced, and got that all redone. Of course, I got the instruction sticker installed, the key here for what the moves mean, and then all the characters here as well. So yeah, so as far as these go, I got the key here, I got all the combat codes installed, or put in on the bezel, I should say. So when you see these codes here, like let's say for instance, no power bars, 987123, I've got the key here, so low punch, block, and low kick are the three buttons that need to be pressed for each player. So for instance, you know, if we were doing 2A2, 2A2, but we said, what we say, 987123, player 1, you'd press low punch 9, block 8, and low kick 7 times, and then player 2, you'd press low punch once, block twice, and low kick 3 times. So you'd hold up and press, 9, hold up, 8, and then hold up 1, 2, 3 for 7, and then 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And that's how you do these codes. So there's a neat little key here that I was able to add in the extra space that was left over from taking out the UMK3 characters. So we have the combat codes, we have another key here for, up, down, forward, back, and then what the buttons or abbreviations mean. And then down here we have all characters have throws, close distance, sweep distance, outside sweep distance, half screen distance, far distance, any distance. And the A, F, H, O, S, and C refer to where to stand for your fatalities and whatnot. So this is something that I personally made myself, so it adds to the playability, so you don't have to memorize all these moves, even though I have about 95% of them memorized from playing this game for 27 years. So, all right, custom bezel is now installed. I want to say thanks and give a shout out to Jeff West at XL Arcade. You can go to xlarcade.com. I'll leave a link down below. I sent him these files and he was able to print this stuff out for me. He made me the marquee. Oh, my overhead light went out. Oh well, made me the marquee. All of the graphics for the control panel side, CPO front, metal, wood. Well, no, he has the wood products, but I ended up using the original wood as well. But he has all of the stuff you would need except the box panel itself. This box that I had a friend make me, he doesn't have that, but he has everything else, the metal, the wood, the artwork, the Lexan, everything. So go check out xlarcade.com. He's got some great stuff on there. So with this, I also had I had these made up. Well, actually, I made these myself. I removed the original factory Midway decal from my home use only MK3 that I have at the arcade. It's not home use only anymore, but it was before I put it in there. And it's actually MK3. It's not Mortal Kombat 3. The dedicated MK3 actually has the decal. It says MK abbreviated with a 3. So that's how it is from the factory. It doesn't say Mortal Kombat 3. And I just threw a random serial number in there. So I was able to reproduce these, and from the factory, these are in 2 locations. And now that I say this, I forgot to open up the back door. But one of them goes right here. One of them goes right here. So we'll be putting that one right there where it's supposed to go. And then on the inside of the cabinet, let's see if I can do this here real quick. I need to open this up anyway. The factory location for the one on the inside of the cabinet. Oh, it's going to be tough to open this up here. Okay. The location for the one on the inside from the factory is right there on the sidewall. I don't have a direct or a correct perfect measurement, but it's right here on the sidewall. If you look right there, right about there is where it goes from the factory. So we'll be putting that one in there inside the cabinet as well. I just realized how dirty my lens is. Look at all the spots on the lens. Sorry about that. I'm also going to be doing these splices correctly. I just threw the wire nuts on there so I can get this up and going for the moment, but we're going to be fixing this as well so we can get that done properly and professionally. So yeah, the old power supply is right there. It's very iffy. We got a brand new one there. It should be plug and play. We'll put that one in, and then we'll get all this cleaned up and vacuumed out, get the wiring fixed, get the control panel wired up, and then do some beauty play or beauty shots of this whole project. So let's get cracking on the control panel and go from there. Okay, just like that, the control panel is now all wired up, everything per the manual. So we're going to close it, lock it down, assuming I didn't make any mistakes. I'm pretty sure I didn't. And then we will move on to the inside of the machine. So let's see if we can get this locked down here. All right, pretty much flush. Not exactly perfect, but pretty darn close with compared to how we had it before. So let's take you into handheld mode here. And I fixed before, if you recall at the end of the last video where I was showing off the finished product, the control panel stuck out about, I don't know, 3/8 of an inch to the, not 3/8, I'm sorry, more like maybe 2/8 of an inch too far out this way. So I put a couple of washers behind the bolts to offset the hinge bracket this way a bit, and now it's exactly perfectly flush with the face of the sides here on both sides. It turned out absolutely perfect. So that is now taken care of. Our control panel is perfect. Can't complain one bit about at all about how this turned out. Fantastic. So now that we've got this done, let's move on to the inside. Get the camera set up. I'm gonna try and get some more light in here. In hindsight, I'm just gonna turn the cabinet around so this side faces towards the light. I was gonna say maybe take the control panel back off, but it's a lot of effort to do that. So I'm gonna take this and just turn the cabinet around, face the other way, and let's get cracking on the inside here. Well, the board is now installed, new power supply installed, everything is cleaned and wiped up, but was, I guess now, until I got the new power supply installed and knocked a bunch of crap around, but I'll get that wiped up. I'm actually out of heat shrink at the moment, so I have to go get some heat shrink, so we'll save this and this till last. But I want to point out that whenever you replace a power supply, it's absolutely critical to verify your voltages prior to turning it on and prior to hooking the JAMA connector up and powering up your board, because this could be set to 5.4 volts, it could be 4.5 volts. It's very important to test the voltage with the new power supply prior to ever hooking it up to the board and turning it on. So let's get that done. Let's turn on the machine. We don't need the monitor, so we'll have to unplug that. Let's turn the machine on and we will check to make sure our voltage is set to about 5.15, and that way when it gets to a voltage draw on the board, it ends up being at the board about right at 5 volts. So let's go ahead and get this adjusted and set, and then we'll turn this on for the very first time and witness the beauty that is Mortal Kombat 3. So let's get the camera set up and we'll see what our voltage reads and adjust as we need to. Huh. What the hell? Alright, so we had 5.147 or so, which is close enough to 5.15. So our 5 volts is good. We had -5, and then we had around 10.2 volts instead of 12. But the 12 volts isn't as necessary or as important as the 5 and -5. So we have all of our voltages on the correct pins. It's something else to make sure. You don't want to hook up, you know, if you rewire something, you blow your board up. So we've already plugged this in with the old power supply, so we know all that stuff is good, but I always double check just to make sure. So we're good for power, we're good for mounting, we're good for all of our connections, except for the couple little remnants of stuff that got left over and moved and disturbed from changing the power supply out. The inside's clean and ready to go. Monitor's hooked back up. So let's close the garage door to get some glare off of the tube and power this up as MK3 fully restored for the first time. Well, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Well, that's a good sound. There we go. Let's make sure everything tests okay. Monitor appears to be adjusted perfectly. And I hope my controls are wired okay. I don't want to have to crawl through the back and unlatch the panel again. Awesome. Here we go. Got it. No fear. That was 282, 282. This corresponds to right there. No fear. 282, 282. So that works. So, all right. And let's make sure menu works. Menu works. All right, diagnostic test, switch test. Okay, up, down, left, right. Outstanding. Okay, let's see. Just short. Okay. Do the volume buttons work? Yes, they do. Excellent. Well, there we go. Can't do it. Well, all right, guys. So, only thing left now is I need to turn the green down a bit on the tube, but otherwise not bad. I need to grab some heat shrink and fix this stuff and fix this stuff. Clean up a little bit of pieces of scraps that were disturbed from the power supply reinstallation or swap out, and that will conclude. Oh no, it won't. No, it won't. I got this decal installed. I need to still put this one in here. So let me get the camera on the tripod, get this one installed, and then I'll take care of this, and that will be it. So stand by here. Okay, so there you have it. We got this one installed here, and we got this one installed here, both in the factory locations. So that's the way that it should be. One right there and one in there. So got those done. I need to do some tie-up in here, final tie-up, then I'll get the heat shrink to solder this stuff together, and then that will complete the project. So stand by one moment, we'll get all this done, and then we'll show it off in all of its glory here in one last beauty showcase. So stand by. Okay, so we're going to do one set on camera here so you can see my method of splicing these wires properly, and then we'll do this other set here. I'll do it off camera and do that way. We got this one done and this one done, so we can have that done properly. I'll do the other one off camera, and that'll be about it. So just to show really how this is supposed to be done, we'll take these wire nuts off of here. That ground, we'll hook that ground back up later. All right. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is cut all this off and start with some fresh wire. Make sure they're all equal, and it's not, so we'll cut that and then we'll cut that. Okay, then we'll strip these. So you don't need too much, just basically, you know, 1/4 inch or so is about all you need, because what we're going to do is we're going to take these wires and mesh them together like this. Instead of twisting them and laying them on top of each other and solder it together, you want to mesh the wires together. It just makes it so much easier, and you get a better connection. So we take this, cut, actually let's make sure all of these are straight, and look how off they are. So we'll just cut that like that, and again about 1/4 inch or so. Now we're done with those, and we need to get our heat shrink going. So we'll do roughly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now the reason I cut 6 pieces is because I like to double up. So what we'll do is I'll put 2 pieces on here. That way it's extra insurance so they don't short together. Not that they would if you do it properly, but alright, so we'll start with those. And we will split this. Let's see if we can get this kind of in frame here. We'll take the wire here and just basically, actually we want this one. So we'll split this like this. So you want it to kind of be like that. So what we need now is some flux, which of course I don't have with me. Oh, I dropped it. Let me grab some flux so it'll stay together. Hang on a second. Okay. Back to square one here. It's hard to do this without a table to really set stuff on. I end up running out of space to put stuff on my lap here. Case in point, lost my solder there. There it went again. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, solder there, braid there, rag. Okay, now let's try this again, shall we? We're going to take some flux and put it on the wire there. Where did my other end go? It disappeared into the 5th dimension. Here it is. Alright. Push that in there. Get that infused with flux. Then we want to, I just need to get one started. I just need to get one started. Now stay there. Okay, now that will allow us to get the other 2 going, and then we'll come back and hit that one up. Alright. So, 2 more on here. Oops. Wrong way. 1 there. 1 there. And split these apart here and kind of meld it together, which is easier said than done. It's the gravity is working against me here. Let's try throwing some flux on there first. That seems to have worked. Now I need my flux again. We'll have to throw... Oh, I meant solder. Now I need my solder again is what I meant to say. Okay, 2 for 2. So obviously we're going to have to come back and make this look much better before we call it good. Okay. This time we can learn from our mistake. The first 2 times and just, oh, chopped it. Put some flux on there to start with. There we go. Now where did my solder go? Yeah, if you could see off camera what I'm dealing with, it's very confusing. I got a lot of crap sitting all over the place trying to do this. Alright, so we're 3 for 3. Now what we need to do is grab a little bit more solder and try and make this look a bit better here. Get rid of some of this extra strands sticking out. That looks pretty darn good there. That looks pretty darn good there. Moved on me, moved on me. Alright. And last but not least, our ground. Okay. I would say that's pretty good. Now we need to grab our alcohol and clean off this flux here. Alright. Now we can get our hot air station, and we'll start with this one. And that one, and that one. Then we'll put our extra insurance secondary ones on here. And we'll shrink those down. And there you go. That's how you do that. Quick and easy. Very nice. Looks good. Now we need to grab some zip ties, and we'll put a zip tie here and a zip tie here. And we'll call this side done, and then I'll do this other side here off camera. And then we'll get it outside, take some final beauty shots, and then maybe do some gameplay and call it done. Well, I was going to go straight outside and do some beauty showcasing, but I figured I'd go ahead and show how this turned out. So we saw the repair here for this, and then I also repaired, I probably shouldn't have put it in the holder here, but then we got this one repaired as well, as I mentioned before. So it's all good, and I got another holder down there with it zip tied to it so it doesn't move around. I got everything zip tied up and secure and ready to go. And that wraps it up 100%. So now let's take it outside, do some beauty shots of it, another beauty walk around, and then we'll do some gameplay, and we can put the completion tag on this restoration. So, all right, let's do that, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I'm sorry if it's a bit windy, if you can't hear me, so I won't talk too much, but let's just do one final beauty pass of the finished product. Of course, not perfect, but I would say way better than I expected. I had high expectations, but I'd say this probably turned out better than my expectations. So there we go. Now let's get it inside. Or back in the garage, I should say. And do some gameplay. Maybe a run through, maybe with Nightwolf or something. Just to test it out, put it through its paces. And we will call this restoration done. Alright, inaugural gameplay, brand new MK3 arcade machine.
Outstanding. Round one, fight. Nightwolf wins.
Gotta get used to these new controls.
Fight. Fatality.
These new controllers are a bit stiff.
Round one, fight. Nightwolf wins. Round two, fight. Finish him. Nightwolf wins. Flawless victory. Fatality. Round one, fight.
There we go, took long enough.
Nightwolf wins. Fight! Nightwolf wins. Fatality. Round one. Fight! Nightwolf wins. Round two. Fight!
Come on.
Finish him. Nightwolf wins. Fatality.
We gotta break these controls in.
Fight! Well done. Nightwolf wins. Round two. Fight! Superb. Finish him. Nightwolf wins. Friendship. Friendship. Again. Round one. Fight. Well done. Sonya wins. Round two. Fight. Well done. Well done. Well done. Finish him. Sonya wins.
That was embarrassing.
Sub-Zero. Round one. Fight. Sub-Zero wins. Round two. Fight. Superb.
Can't blame that on controls.
Round 3. Fight. Sub-Zero wins. Flawless victory. Round 1. Fight. Sub-Zero wins. Round 2. Fight.
Oh, you hammerhead asshole.
Fight.
Okay, yeah, very first time ever playing with brand new controls here on the machine, so a bit sloppy, sorry about that, but, you know, I'm sure you can forgive me. Okay. So there you have it, boys and girls, ladies and germs. Mortal Kombat 3 Resurrected. So thanks for watching, following along on the whole process. It's much appreciated. Got a lot more stuff to do. I mean, as you can see, I've got that machine to fix up, and I just scored a 9-ball pinball machine. Got to get that fixed up. The Outrun machine got issues. The Nintendo Super System needs to find a home. I got an empty dynamo cabinet over there. The pole position and a Space Invaders Deluxe back there too somewhere. Got a bunch more stuff to do. More stuff on the way. Oh, I should have done the code. Dang it. I'll do the code later. You know what? Let's do it right now. Let's do it right now. Let's do it right now. Actually, I can't recall what it is now. 902-0-22234.
Fight.
What is it? 902-04? I think it's 902-04-22234.
Fight.
that's not right. 90. I don't remember. 902. No, I forget what it is. So, you know what? Let's do it right. Hold on. Is it 90234? 22234? I can't remember. It's been too damn long. I'm too old now. Let's see. Mortal Kombat 3 Arcade Unlock Smoke. I know the second set is 22234. 10902 22234. I was close.
Solar, choose your destiny. You will never. Round 1, fight. No. Wins.
10902. I was close.
Fight. Shiva wins.
Yeah, just in time. Light went out. Okay. 10902 2224.
Outstanding.
Okay, now we're complete. Now it's complete.
Smoke. Choose. You will never. Round 1. Fight. Smoke wins. Round 2. Fight. Finish him. Smoke wins.
Okay. Well, there you have it, guys and gals. Thanks very much for watching, following along on the whole process. It turned out fantastic. So stay tuned for more content. Lots of stuff on the way, as you saw. So thanks again, and we'll see you then. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate it.